Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and having a great time at home. Today, I'm going to take your English literature class in which I'll teach you a poem from the book Flamingo, and the poem is My Mother at 66, which is written by an Indian poet Kamla Das. Well, before I start the explanation, I would like to give you a brief description about the poet. Kamla Das, who was an Indian writer, a poet, was born in Malabar, Kerala in 1934. She is recognized as one of India's foremost poets, means she is among the best poets of India. Her works are known for their originality, versatility, and the indigenous flavor of the soil. So basically, she has opted very different subjects for writing novels and short stories. And when you read those stories, you can connect yourself with that. Kamla Das has published many novels and short stories in English and Malayalam under the name Madhavi Kutti. So she has written in both the languages English and Malayalam, but for writing Malayalam in Malayalam language, she has opted the pen name Madhavi Kutti. Some of her works in English include the novel Alphabet of Lust, which was written in 1977, a collection of short stories, Padmavati the Harlot, and other stories in 1992, in addition to 5 books of poetry. So, apart from the 5 books that she has written on poetry, she has written these short stories and novels also. She is a very sensitive writer who captures the complex subtleties of human relationships in lyrical idiom. So basically, she talks about the complexities of human relationships. Okay. So My Mother at 66 is a very fine example of that. Now let's start the explanation. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. In this poem, the poet describes her thoughts and emotions while traveling to the airport from her parents' house to Cochin. So the poet is accompanied by her 66-year-old mother. Both the mother and the daughter, they are on the way to the airport. And suddenly the poet looks at her mother who is dozing beside her inside the car. Doze means sleeping. Open mouth means the mother's mouth is open. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. So here she compares when she saw that her mother is sleeping inside the car and her mouth is open, suddenly it reminds her of a dead body. Okay, corpse means dead body, and realized with pain. So the poet described her mother's face as colorless, just like the face of a corpse. She realizes that her mother is now quite old and the thought pains her. Okay, so just to avoid this thought, what does she do? That she thought away and looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at the young trees sprinting. So she tries to avoid these painful thoughts and turns her attention outside. She doesn't want to think that her mother has grown old and weak. Okay, and she's very pale and looking like a dead body. So she just diverted her mind and suddenly she turns her head outside the window. So, put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting. So, in young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. Trees sprinting means because the car is moving, the trees seemed as if they are running. Okay, because the car is moving ahead and the trees seem running backwards. So trees and the children are contrast to her mother's appearance because the mother is very dull and old and the trees are healthy, they are energetic. So this is the contrast between the mother and the trees and children. Okay. So in contrast to the pale and corpse-like appearance of her mother sleeping inside, she observes the healthy young trees on the roadside which seem to be running backwards as the car moves ahead. Okay, the merry children spilling out of their homes. She also sees merry children, means the children are so happy. Children are there, they are so happy, they are running out of their homes to play. तो वो घर से बाहर जा रहे हैं बच्चे. Trees भी जो है because the car is moving ahead. तो ट्री ऐसे लग रहा है जैसे ट्रीज जो है वो चल रही है क्योंकि कार आगे बढ़ रही है तो ट्रीज जो है पीछे पीछे की तरफ रन कर रहे हैं, they are running backwards. Okay. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, now she has completed, the mother and the daughter, they both have reached the airport and they have completed the security check. The poet has completed her security check, and the poet is standing a few yards away. She is standing a distance from her mother. I looked again at her. So once again she turned her head towards her mother, who is again looking like a van. Van means colorless. The mother is very colorless, very pale because she is old and weak. And again, the poet has compared her mother's face with that of late winter's moon. She has, because the mother is very dull, old, pale, colorless, and winter's moon here refers to, it represents the dullness and sadness. So that's why she has compared her mother's face that of the late winter's moon and felt that old familiar ache. And again, when she looked at her mother, she started feeling that pain, which is very familiar to her, means that is her my childhood's fear. So she's feeling that pain because she has been several times separated from her mother since childhood. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. But she did not say anything because the poet is afraid that she might never see her mother again. But she doesn't want to show her emotions. So that's why she is scared. That is the fear inside her. And at last, but all I said was, see you soon, Amma. As all I did was smile and smile and smile. So as she bids farewell to her mother, she smiles. She doesn't want to show her emotions. She doesn't want to show her feelings. So she kept smiling. Students, I hope that you have understood the poem very well. Read the poem 3-4 times so that you are confident about answering the questions in the given worksheet. Speak to you very soon. Stay indoor and be safe. Thank you.